Hi, and welcome to this edition of Out of the Box. My name's Paul. Today we're going to be having a look at what is in this box. This is the new 7th generation SonicWall, the entry to the TZ range. This is the SonicWall TZ 270. As you know with these, it's not a big technical overview. It is to show you what's going to get in the box. There are some other videos that we've done on the performance of this unit, and we'll have those linked in the description for this video. But let me show you what you get in the box, and we'll talk as we go. So we're just going to open that box up. You're going to get some of your electrical compliance guides and your little get started guide there. SonicWalls are all standard. They come on by default with a DHCP server turned on, running on 192.168.168.168 is their default IP address, admin and password of the default username and passwords. I'm just going to put the unit to the side and I'll actually just show you the other items. They come as standard with an American power supply or power cable, so hopefully that should get changed out for you. This has got an Australian connector because that's where we are, and it's got a standard there IEC connector for you as well. All right, you're going to get a power pack. Here you can see the IEC connector there, and I will show you how that plugs in. The connector is at this end here. I'll actually show you how that plugs in. It's nice and secure, great. And you will get one extra item in the bottom here, which is a small Ethernet cable. Not very long, probably maybe 1.5 to 2 meters in the packet there as well. All right, so let's get the unit out of its plastic wrapping, and I'll show you how the power plugs in first, and then we can actually have a look around the unit. So like I said, there is this power connector here. Again, you know, these are desktop units, so often get moved around quite often. Plugs into the bottom. Once it's in place, it is securely fastened there. So again, great little clip holds that in place. So this is the SonicWall TZ 270. Always like these units, been in black for many years since they were taken over by Dell. Obviously they're independent from Dell now. Metal case. You can see obviously our indicators at the front here for the network ports, the status of the unit you'll see from the spanner on there, some of the threat indicators, and we have 2 USB ports along the front here as well. Now those USB ports can take various USB style dongles. The chipsets in those can be a little bit fussy, so we probably tend to reckon if you're trying to do this with a 4G connection, do get something like a Teltonica 4G router that's got Ethernet on it, Netgear Nighthawks with an Ethernet output. There's a couple of D-Link devices with Ethernet outputs, and then you can use that as a second WAN and get the device to load balance. These are side venting, just to be aware obviously if you are putting that in the rack, and they do have cutouts on the bottom, as you can see, if you decide to wall mount that or mount that on the side of a cabinet or something. Then on the back, very simple, it is an 8-port device. So obviously as standard we're going to have a LAN and a WAN that you can see, check my hands and fingers at the right end, up at this end, 0 and 1. Obviously you will always be using those as a minimum. All of the other 6 ports, they can be configured to do whatever you want them to be. They can be additional WAN ports, they could be DMZ ports, they could be LAN ports. You could group them all together to become a single bridged switch. So now you've got 1 LAN and 5 ports. No, 1 LAN and 7 ports of a switch, and this becomes a little switch for you as well. You've got earthing connection over here, and you've got a console connection over here, which you should be able to use that small Ethernet cable for as well to access that if you've got a converter to USB to plug that in. Where does this fit? Well, as an entry-level unit, you'll actually see from one of our other films that we've done, we've sat this on a 1 gig by 1 gig internet connection without any firewall rules running on it, and it will do around about 910 megasecond. When we turn on most of the firewalling features, depending on how we configure them, the anti Spyware is the crucial one in there. If we don't turn on the TCP stream setting, then we will see this still again run at close to that high 800s, which is fantastic when it's doing intrusion prevention, application control, content filtering, all of those things together. If you turn on the TCP stream and enable enhanced security, which is a setting in the security services summary, then you will see this unit do about 130 to 140 megasecond. So there is a balance always with every firewall to make. But again, this could be suitable for a 0.5 gig connection, for a 500 meg connection. To balance those speeds out, you may decide not to enable the TCP stream connection for antivirus, obviously because you've probably got an antivirus client already on the machines. So hopefully this is useful to have a little look around. Like I said, this is the SonicWall TZ 270, 7th generation, metal case, 8 ports, great throughput, fantastic pricing point, and it does also come, when you license this with Essentials or Advanced, then you can get DPI SSL. What does that mean? You can unencrypt HTTPS traffic as well. So remember, 85% of your traffic or more will be encrypted by people browsing websites, and you won't know what they're downloading or anything else that's going on there. So it is certainly worthwhile enabling that feature. So let me lift that up. Those are the 8 ports there with the console. And again, what you get to see on the front of the unit as well. So that's the SonicWall TZ 270.